I grew up in Connecticut. I was going to a small community college that happened to have a hospitality program, and I needed to work. Get into the restaurant business, and in Connecticut at the time, you could be a bartender at 18. And so I took it up. I loved it. And then serendipity, just some luck. My instructor at the community college, his college roommate was the dean of the hotel school here. And I'd watched the Runnin' Rebels play basketball one weekend, and at halftime they had this thing about the hospitality school. Next thing I knew, 3 months later, two friends and I moved to Las Vegas. I came to work back in literally late 1977 is when I first hit town, and I've been in the industry obviously ever since.
What I always looked up to and respected Bill is he came as an operator and started as an operator and worked his way up and made his way through MySpace and the sales world and really did a little bit of it all. I didn't have the pleasure of really working closely with Bill until I got my current role. And it being right before the pandemic, that the statement that leadership shines when it has to, I think that is what Bill showed all of us, is how to lead this organization during a very difficult time in his new role.
I think when you talk about the greatness of Las Vegas, Bill Hornbuckle has to be in that conversation. And so I think Bill is very, very deserving because Bill, along with others that he's collaborated with, but Bill has made a lasting impact that when you think about Las Vegas and the strides that we made, you can't have that conversation without talking about Bill Hornbuckle.
Bill came to the Harrow College of Hospitality at UNLV because he wanted to work and go to school at the same time. And throughout his career, Bill has never forgotten that his success is due to UNLV and to the opportunities he was presented as a student. And that leadership style of saying, what is it that made me successful and how do I make sure everyone else has the same opportunities I had, is really a testament to him as a leader.
You know, joining the Golden Nugget and understanding the Wynn organization at the time and seeing Steve in action, I went from there and we opened the Mirage. So being part of the opening team for the Mirage, I mean, clearly in Las Vegas history, it's a benchmark property that kind of changed the face of Las Vegas. And so being there for that, participating in that, I think was meaningful. I think you then saw through the 90s what happened to the community, and we all grew. I was participating in the creation of Treasure Island at the time. So that was ultimately interesting, and it grew from there. I think over time, if you think about where we were and what we did, I was president of Caesars at a moment when we opened the first new tower that it finally did for an expansion. I joined the MGM family in time to open the mansion. I think it transformed the company. It was designed to compete with the building that we're in, Bellagio, and I think at the time did a reasonably good job. And then if you think about more modern history, if you will, the idea and the creation of T-Mobile, and ultimately the location of T-Mobile, once again, I think transformed and changed the city and changed the opportunity. Obviously getting Bill Foley, getting the Golden Knights we built it and they came, and boy did they come. And then it set this steamroll, in fact. And now, if you think about Allegiant Stadium, we got involved in that early with a bunch of other individuals here in the community. It was scheduled to do like 24, 25 events. I think last year it did 43 events. And so it's transformed the community. And I think it's sparked, I think NBA is around the corner. Obviously baseball is potentially around the corner. And so where we were versus where we are today, that whole evolution has been pretty compelling and pretty interesting.
Bill's legacy will not be that he served as the head of MGM Resorts International, but the policies he implemented changed people's lives and consequently changed Nevada.
If you think about our town, our community, and our industry, Bill has worked his way up from, again, going to school here and starting his career here, and look at where he is now and the inspiration that it should bring to so many about working hard and carrying that brand through. There is no one more deserving than Bill.
Bill, congratulations on being the recipient of the UNLV Hall of Fame. It is so deserving, and I am so proud of you. I have always respected what you've done, what you're doing, and what you continue to do to impact our industry, to impact corporate America, and to impact our world. And the best part of all is you're a rebel for life.
Congratulations, Bill. On behalf of myself, the entire sales organization, and quite frankly, all of us at MGM Resorts, we couldn't be more proud to be a part of your team.
Hello, Bill. Congratulations. You and I have been friends for a very long time, and it is such an honor for me to represent UNLV in congratulating you for this award. It is well deserved, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations. Enjoy.